On November 2nd, 2019, Caleb Smith had a coming out party for the Towson Tigers as he caught 9 passes for 200 yards and a touchdown against the Tigers' rivals, the Delaware Blue Hens.
Caleb Smith again. Flacco splits 3 receivers left. He rolls to the left. Being chased, now stops, fires back to the right, has a man, caught at the 3-yard line, into the end zone, touchdown, Caleb Smith.
But for Caleb, his journey to Towson wasn't an easy one. In fact, 5 years earlier, Caleb Smith wasn't sure if he would even be able to step on a football field again.
It's like second down, line up, I'm on the right side for the screen. I run the bubble screen, I kind of jump a little bit, land, and the defender is right in front of me. So as I land, I kind of plant my right foot to cut, but my cleat kind of got caught in the turf. And one defender hit me down low, and the other defender hit me up high, and my leg kind of bent. Like my knee went inwards, so I'm at the bottom of the pile. My leg is all bent up.
We had no idea it was that serious until the swelling went down. We had the evaluations, and they said ACL and meniscus, and knew it was quite serious.
Caleb would go on to have multiple surgeries to repair both his meniscus and ACL. But none of the surgeries would seem to heal properly.
I tell my parents, I tell the doctors, and they're saying, well, the next best thing we can do is just take the whole meniscus out. They're telling me the success rate of that, and most likely I'm not going to be able to do what I want to do, I'm not going to be able to play. But they want me to think about my future, like think about playing outside with my kids and stuff like that. But I'm like, no, I'm trying to play football.
Even with the unlikelihood that Caleb would be able to play football again, he traveled to Boston, where he had a successful meniscus transplant. This time, knowing that this may be his last shot at a repaired knee, Caleb made sure to take the recovery slow. And his father, being a retired professional football player, knew that an athlete has a very short window to play the game and supported Caleb's wish to continue playing football.
Me playing sports and understanding that you have a small window of time to get these things done, right? And if you miss that window, it will be done and you will chase it for the rest of your life. And I told him, I say, listen, you've got a shot to do it. Understand what the risks are, and he was. And I said, if you want to do it, let's go ahead and do it.
When it came time for college, Caleb chose to attend his father's alma mater, Towson, without a football scholarship. Caleb met with head coach Rob Ambrose, who just so happened to be a college teammate of his father's, and earned himself a spot as manager for Ambrose's Tigers.
Every day that he was here, that he was not playing football, sticks out he was smiling. And I mean ear to ear smiling. Like a person who is grateful just to walk outside after a long time of rain and stand in the sun. Like football was his sunshine. And it was a thing that he was constantly moving towards. And everybody told me, oh, you wanted to play. I'm like, yeah, okay, whatever. I don't care. Like, okay, maybe someday we'll. And, with what I had known about his past history of his knee, I was like, I didn't even think that could be a possibility. So there were tons and tons of hoops of fire that this young man had to jump through just to have a chance to be in a football practice. And not only was he relentless in that pursuit, but he did it with a smile.
When tryouts came around in February, Caleb did enough to earn an opportunity to stick around for the spring.
And during the one-on-ones, there was like 50 receivers and only 4 defensive backs. So the receivers are only going to get 1 rep each. But I remember every time I went, I would go right to the front of the line because everybody else was just standing around. I'm like, no, I got to get my reps. So I would run a route, catch it, get the quarterback the ball. I would tell him another route, and then I was the second guy back in line. I would go right back to the front of the line. So while everybody else got 1 rep, I got 5 reps, and I did the most of all those reps.
Caleb had an uphill battle to learn the game again after not playing for 5 years, but he kept earning Scout Player of the Week and finally stepped into a game on October 21st versus New Hampshire.
And I actually jumped off sides. The first time I'm in the game, I'm on the end of pump block on the left side looking, and everything's going on, it's the crowd and stuff like that. And I jump off sides. I try to get back on sides, but nope, I get flagged for that. Then the next series, I'm not even supposed to go block the punt. I'm a scoop and score guy. But I'm like, no, I'm gonna block the punt. I'll go to try and block the punt, and I run into the punter. They throw a flag, so I'm getting chewed out for that. So I'm like, I'm just messing up. I'm messing up. And the coach just told me, you know, you don't have to do too much. You know, just do what's asked of you.
From there, Caleb kept listening to his coach's advice and improving.
The man is a human sponge. He really is. The more we fed him information, the better he got, the faster he got. And he's really been doing what I would consider like 15 years of football learning in the span of his time being here. And he grows exponentially, physically and mentally as a player every day.
In 2019, Smith was the Tigers' second leading receiver, making his comeback nearly complete. He was also named to Bruce Feldman's 2020 College Football Freaks list that has included NFL superstars like Jadeveon Clowney and Myles Garrett.
From where I came, it's like I kind of took it as that's not as far. I was 30 on the list. I want to be number 1. So like I didn't take it like I'm not settling. I'm not you know. I'm not mad about it, but I'm grateful. I'm definitely grateful for it. I appreciate it, but that just means I gotta work even harder to get to the top.
For Caleb, just stepping on a football field again is a blessing, but he still has his eyes set on stepping into an NFL stadium.
My deal with myself and having the level of satisfaction was that if he could get on the field, go through the ball, that's all I would ever need. In his mind, it's NFL.
Oh, that's been the plan from the jump. If I wasn't trying to play professional, I would have stopped a long time ago. Definitely, that's the plan.